Hi, I'm Kyle from the Secure UX team with a focus on software composition analysis. Today I just want to take a look at some of our latest efforts in license compliance. And this issue we're looking at is the introduction of group license compliance. This stems from a proposal of our ongoing efforts with problem validation on license compliance at a group level. And so I'll just walk through some of this for the context of the background here. The problem validation is really trying to get an idea of what direction we want to go in for group license compliance. And that would include how users would apply license policies from a group or instance level, how that would affect the project level, given the current functionality. And so, how would policies make overrides to project level? Can project levels do that? What are the user expectations from the group and instance level? These are the things we're looking at with some research issues here, and we're going to take a look at an opportunity canvas and keep digging into how we can dog food. But in the meantime, there's actually a couple things that we can do to build a foundation for this, no matter what direction this goes in. Like I say here, let's say that applying policies with or without the user interface, even the common denominator is we want to bring awareness of what projects have license scanning and what the policies are. So these are some things that we can take a look at now. And that's what this first introduction step is, kind of laying the foundation for group license compliance. So I just want to take a look at the proposal there. Stepping back for a quick second about the problem to solve, there's if an organization wants to see what projects have license compliance scanning from a bird's eye view, there's no way to do that. Currently, they would have to go project to project the prerequisite is that license scanning is even configured properly at the project level. Then they would have to apply policies project by project. So at least at the group level, the introduction could give them a bird's eye view of what projects are even being scanned and which projects are not being scanned, and then we can link them to the project license compliance page. But let's take a closer look at what that would look like. So here we're looking at the group level compliance dashboard. So this is a more appropriate add in terms of information architecture. That license compliance could fall under this section. And this aside here is very familiar, as this aside will be upcoming on the group security dashboard, which reports back what projects are or are not being tested, which is the source of the data being seen in the group dashboard. And also, it offers the user an overview of just quite simply what projects are set up for security or not. The license compliance scanning is omitted from that, since the data being delivered at the group security dashboard it isn't a result of license scanning. So this aside is showing what projects are set up for that or are not, but on the compliance dashboard. We see here that it specifies projects not configured with license compliance, more information, and if the user click that, it would send them to documentation so that they can learn how to set it up if they were interested in doing so. And if they click the respective project, it could take them to the project as expected. But if the configuration page, if and when that is able to, we have a proposal out there to create a merge request to set it up, to set up a certain scan, we could direct them right there to set it up. This would be a preferred flow because they would see that it was untested from the group level. They would then navigate here, and then from here they could set it up to that project. Okay, in the scenario that, in the section here that it says testing, so projects that are testing, we could link them directly then to the respective project's license compliance page. The benefit here is, though our license compliance at a project level is very minimal, we linked them directly to this page that shows the scanning results and the policy section where they can create policies. But maybe in the future they could also export a list of the findings as well for auditing purposes. And then also put down here, and we'll see how this is kind of the foundation for it, is this aside, however it evolves, it could evolve to show applied policies from projects. That's something we could actually do today. Something we can't do today is showing the actual license scanning results at the group level, so that's why linking them is valuable here. If we wanted to show it license scanning results at the group level, we would have to do some database changes there. My understanding is that would take 2 to 3 months at least, but we haven't even validated if that's a problem or a customer desire. So that goes back to the problem validation that we're taking a look at. Is that desirable? The other thing is that would be helpful at this level is to show what projects detected out of compliance licenses. So here we're just telling them if it's testing or not. That's a small step we're taking, but in the future, if policies were applied and if projects had out of compliance licenses that were detected, this area on this dashboard could communicate that and at least link them to that respective project, and then they could identify which one of these licenses detected were out of compliance, which would have been out of compliance from the policies that were assigned. So we can see that this small step is really a building block to give the user or the customer a better bird's eye view of compliance, license compliance across their projects. Okay, so that's what this issue is about. Any thoughts or questions, please drop us a note here, and thanks for watching.